Hello and welcome back to another video. It is a gorgeous morning here today. Really cold, but hopefully this will hold now, this nice weather. But unfortunately today I'm doing my least liked job on the farm, and that involves dehorning the calf, Norma's calf. So it's just one of those jobs that I always dread. I don't think I'll ever get used to dehorning. And look, a lot of people always say to me, why are you still dehorning? Just let them grow naturally. First of all, you're not, well, when I was at the mart I saw a couple with horns, but you're not allowed to sell at the mart when they have horns. Second of all, safety for myself and the other cattle. We've one there from last year that has horns. She just didn't show a bud. I think we last checked her at 3 or 4 weeks, and at that stage she had nothing, and anything after that there's no way myself and Rob even together could handle her. She wouldn't even fit into the crate, I'd say, to dehorn her. I was thinking, is there some way she's not going to get horns? But no, they're there, so we're going to have to get them taken care of by the vet, which is even worse than dehorning. I hate that, but I tried and I couldn't find any bud on her, so we'll have to get her taken care of. But you know, cattle can also, when they grow long, they can get stuck in, you know, if there's bits of roots of trees and whatever. So look, it's just better to get rid of them. So I am going to do it today. I'm also going to vaccinate her for blackleg, give her her first shot. She'll be tagged and registered as well, so I'll show you how the HerdWatch app works as well for registering calves. I've said it in previous videos as well that HerdWatch give me that app, so that basically I can show you guys what it does and how it helps me here. So I'll go through that briefly today as well, so you can have a look. While I'm at it, then I'm also going to tag the twins, and at least the 3 of them will be tagged and registered and sent off and all of that. So I'll have to do a bit of rejigging in the pens because Norma is not in the calving pen, and I just don't trust that she won't hurt herself or knock the gates off the brackets if we are handling her calf. So I'm going to switch Isabella and the twins into the pen here, and I'm going to put Norma in over there, and hopefully I have to catch her head in the head gate, but I'm hoping I can do that myself. So Dad and Rob are going to come down, but I'm going to do everything before they get here because, yeah, as I've mentioned before, if Norma sees a man in particular, she knows something's up and she won't cooperate. It'd be difficult enough to get her to cooperate for me, not to mind with others here. So I'll switch them around. I'll do all this, then I'll do their pens. Norma's pen, she's just destroying it. I don't understand how she's making such a mess compared to the other pen, but I don't know, maybe she's just a bigger cow and does more business in there, I suppose. So we'll get the worst part out of the way, and then I can tip away at the easier bits and pieces. But look, I'll talk you through the process. I'll go up and get the anesthetic, the painkiller, the vaccine, all of that, and I can talk you through it a bit. But when I'm doing it, I'm just going to be focusing on doing it because, as I said, it's not something I like doing. But yeah, we'll take it from there then. So I want to put you in over here. I might put you in the top, Norma, if you don't mind. What size are you were? Yeah, if we Norm, Normie, Normie. Yeah. Over there. that actually wasn't too bad and it worked out okay. I put Norma and the calf up in the top part first, and I managed to get Norma into the pen on her own, and the calf is still in the place up above, so that's ideal really. I'll work on trying to get her head caught, but I'm waiting. I've never seen Norma like that. I'm waiting for the cavalry to arrive, so I'm just going to hang on a while. You won't be able to hear me over them anyway. I'll go get the stuff and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Now here's all my bits and pieces anyway. So I have the Tribavax T is the vaccine for the black leg. I have my painkiller and my anaesthetic. So what I do before I go near the calf and put them in the crate is I prepare everything. So I'm preparing the vaccine there anyway, but I also prepare 2 needles for the anaesthetic because I want both of them ready. So 3 ml for each side of the head. So I have the 2 needles for that, the needle with the vaccine in it, and then the needle with the painkiller in it. I just want to get them in and out of the crate as quickly as possible, because if I'm messing around with filling syringes, the calf is only getting more anxious in the crate and the cow is getting more anxious. So here we are. First thing you'll notice is Norma's head is not caught. Couldn't do it. I caught her head 3 times, but her neck is so thick from where I was pulling the head gate, I couldn't keep it closed. In fairness, she was grand. The calf was well behaved, so she was well behaved as a result. I often find if the calf leaves out a bit of a bellow or a cry, that can drive the cow a bit mad, but she was actually very well behaved. So here I'm straight in with the anaesthetic because I want that kicking in before anything else. So as I mentioned, 2.5 to 3 mils on each side. You're looking for the groove behind the eye. Don't overthink it. Use the smallest needle you can get, find the groove and aim upwards towards the horn and you'll get it. A lot of people say they can't get the groove, but it's there. It's just small. They're small animals. Then I went in with the painkiller because again, I want that to be taking effect for her. She probably liked that injection the least amount, to be fair, but she was still very well behaved. And then I went in with the vaccine. I usually just pinch a bit of skin behind the shoulder. So it's subcutaneous, so it has to go in under the skin. I find that's the easiest, the handiest place to get them because there's plenty of loose skin there. And then I just give the haircut while they're there. The reason why we cut the hair is basically when you're burning with a gas dehorner, you want as little hair there burning as you can because they don't like it. Then on with the ear tags, very straightforward. White on the right ear, yellow on the left ear. 2 samples come out of it. They need to be sent off to the lab. And then she's out so that her anaesthetic can take effect for another 15 minutes or so. They're often a little bit loopy or something. I think it's from the anaesthetic. I don't think it's from the crate. But she's grand there. You can see she's just a little bit out of it. But while that is taking effect, we said we would just do the vaccine and tag the twins as well. And you can see the difference in the size of them in the crate there compared to the first calf. But again, they were very well behaved. It was handy. Rob was just able to pick one up and bring it out. But in with the vaccine first. Do you know what? They're even strong enough at this size, so I don't know what they'll be like next week when I'm tagging or dehorning them. But here I am again now, just with the tags. She did not like that. I suppose none of us liked getting our ears pierced. But we did a carbon copy for the other one anyway. It's kind of handy. The cow can be distracted with one calf while you're doing the other one, which, yeah, just makes things a little bit easier. And now it's time for the main event. She was hard work to get in there. She's a big girl. But yeah, so I'm on with the gas dehorner. So one thing I think I've learned this year and from previous years is not to rush the dehorning. I was always trying to do it as quick as I can, but look, she has the anaesthetic, she has the painkiller. I counted to 15 working around the horn, and then I always scoop out the horn. Some people say you don't need to, and you don't need to, but I think if you take it out, you're kind of removing any risk of there being growth there. When you have a bigger calf like this one, the horn buds tend to be a bit bigger, so they can be a little more difficult to get out than the smaller ones. Sorry, we're distracted with the two heifers killing each other there. But it probably took me as much time to get the horn bud out as it did to work around the horn. But in fairness, she was very good. She didn't feel anything. You can see I'm burning a bit of hair there, and you can see the difference, the amount of smoke that comes up. So that's what we try to avoid, but she's quite hairy. This one I could have taken a bit more, but that's it. That's the job done. There's nothing sped up there. That's real time, the amount of time the dehorner was on her. And she was great, in fairness. And Norma, there was no jumping around or anything. And then I'll just show you what I do afterwards, and that is just registering the calves. So I do this all through HerdWatch, as I mentioned before, and you're just putting in all the usual information that you would be noting down. So the gender, the tag number, the date of birth, calving difficulty, the dam, and then the bull, the AI bull, will automatically pull through based on what I've put down. Calf vigour, it's just all there. It takes 2 minutes less, and I always do it just after it's done because I can see the tag numbers, it's fresh in the mind, and it's just very handy to be able to do it on farm. Now that's the job done there, and I cleaned out the 2 pens as well and disinfected. I was going to do a switch around again, but I just said, first of all, they probably won't be as cooperative with me as they were the first time. And second of all, this pen is probably bigger, so the twins will have loads of room. Not that they need it because they're tiny, but I said I'd leave them at it, and Norma can stay over there with her calf. But that's it for now anyway. I think that was probably the smoothest dehorning we have done. Usually what we would do is put them in the crate, give them the anaesthetic, tag them. If they're a bull, then I'd castrate them. We give it a few minutes and then I'd dehorn. But this time we said we'd put her in, give her the anaesthetic, give her the painkiller, do her vaccination for the black leg. I tagged her at the same time and then let her out. Got these 2 girls and just tagged and vaccinated them. And then by the time that was done, I had the dehorner heated up, got the calf back into the crate, and it just gave that nice bit of time for the anaesthetic to work. And I think that definitely helped, because you do really need to give it the 15 minutes to kick in. Sometimes there I'd find one of them, they wouldn't feel it at all, but then the other side you could see that they're feeling it a bit, so it probably just hadn't taken an effect as much as the other side. But her there was no bellow or cry out of her at all. She just she couldn't feel it. You could tell she couldn't feel it. So I think that's what I'll do in future. The thing that put us off doing that in the past is when I'm on my own and I'm trying to wrestle her. There's no way I could have done that. Like, Rob definitely needed to be here to get her into the crate. She is an absolute beast for the size of, or for the age of her. Really impressive calf. But yeah, I probably would have eventually gotten her in, but I would have been dead after it, so it's no harm now that Rob was able to do it for me. But anyway, I'm going to leave it here for now. The plan for my next day off is actually to vaccinate the last year's crowd, so the yearlings, and I'll put them down the crush, and I think I'll weigh them while I'm at it. I have the platform in there behind the tipsy bin and everything, so myself and Rob will have to try and get that out. I didn't think about this now when I was putting it back there, but we'll get it out somehow anyway. And I might weigh them, show ye what weights they've come out at, give them the vaccination, and we'll finish up the video then. Well, now that is me done for the day and done for this video. Happy enough with those weights. I can't complain too much. Like, you know, with the limousine, she's not even 11 months, so to be 380 isn't too bad. The Angus to be the heaviest, it's just the breeding, you know. there is nothing that I'm doing to make him the best out of the lot of them. That's his mother. She had him last year, so hopefully we can get the twins to come on a lot now, because they are absolutely tiny. But yeah, it's all about the breeding. She is a good one, so hopefully we'll have many years of her giving us fellas like him. But you have to put on 1 kg a day. Happy enough. Like, I suppose the disappointment is Noah, him being the oldest one and not the lightest, but the lightest out of the bullocks. You know, you would expect him to be better. So whatever it is with him, he's just not really doing the business for us. But he's not the worst in the world either, so he'll be grand. But I will leave it there for this video. It's been a very productive week. I think I've made 3 videos in the space of a week whilst working and doing the green search, so that'll tell you how busy it's been. I just need to get around to editing all of it now, which will be the fun part. But I hope you've enjoyed it anyway, because it has been, there's been a lot going on. And hopefully I didn't bore you to tears with all the stuff, but when there is a lot going on, I do try and record it and get some footage and things. So next up will be this girl ready to calve, Misty, in the middle there. I'll put her into the pen in probably 3 or 4 days now. Give her 2 or 3 days in the pen before she's due to calve. And she is a heifer, so that'll be a bit of a worrying time for me, but hopefully she won't need much assistance. Like, she is a big girl, you can see her there. So look, fingers crossed everything goes to plan, but as always I will update you anyway when it happens. So as always, thank you for watching. If you liked it, give me a like, and if you haven't already done so, please subscribe. Thank you.